That is so weird. Am I impressed or am I concerned? I can't tell yet. In today's broth battle, I wanted to see if Dollar Store Pho, yes, that's right, you heard that correctly, can hold even a bean sprout to the real thing. And make sure you guys stay tuned because we're gonna get some ingredients to try to soup up our pho, to turn it from an instant noodle into something where our minds are tricked into thinking that it's not, just like when I found out that baby carrots aren't actually infant carrots, but instead regular sized carrots cut into 2-inch pieces. My life is a lie. But first, let me tell you a journey that I had where I had the most delicious pho of my life. When I got the bowl, there was a bone inside of it. And the broth, oh, the broth, let me tell you. One sip of that broth and I had nothing to say, but this broth is really good.
The broth is really good.
And the beef was so tender, I had no words to say except for yummy.
Yummy.
You don't have any.
And overall, my stomach was full, but my eye had a tear in it because when I got the bill, it was $20.95 for that pho. And let me be clear, it was worth every penny, but I didn't know the banks didn't accept rare beef as a form of payment for your mortgage. So with a baseline of delicious broth, tender noodles, and a mouth-watering protein, I'm ready to compare it with the dollar store instant pho. And I spent $1.25 for each of these, so it's like it's less money than the other bowl of pho that I had at the restaurant. Let's try them out. So the first flavor we're gonna try is the Bowlful Pho Hanoi shrimp hot pot flavor. So the packaging actually makes it look like there are gonna be full shrimp in there with all of these veggies, which I highly doubt, but it does say product of Vietnam, which gives me hope. For those of you that are wondering what the nutrition facts are, 250 calories, 5 grams of protein, and 1,430 milligrams of sodium. So you should get some water ready. Let's open this up. It comes with a pack of dehydrated vegetables, a hefty seasoning packet, and the noodles. Oh, the seasoning actually isn't a dry seasoning. It's a wet seasoning. It actually smells good. Huh. Very interesting. I wonder what those little tiny balls are. That's not shrimp, right? Because it was in the vegetable packet. Is it tofu? I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels like there are more words here than me trying to fill in my word count in a university essay. A soya ball. I think it's a soya ball. What is a soya ball? No idea. Hope it's good though. Water. So while our shrimp is steaming, let's go ahead and open up the beef flavored one. I'll be very surprised if there are even traces of dehydrated beef because I don't know if there are any traces of dehydrated shrimp in there. It is not looking too hopeful. Smells good though. Here's everything on the inside here. This one actually came with an extra little packet of chili sauce. Okay, this one has a little more veggies. I see dehydrated carrots and soya balls because I am very cultured and I know exactly what those are. And finally, the chili sauce. It's spicy. It's exceeding my expectations so far. Not bad. Here's all the dry ingredients. And here is how our shrimp pho is doing so far. Now let's wait for this one and let's try our shrimp. Smell wise, it actually doesn't smell that bad. That is so weird. I think because all the ingredients weren't just a dry paste, it actually added some depth. It's really got that spicy, sour tom yum style smell to it. I don't know. Am I impressed or am I concerned? I can't tell yet. I'm just taking a quick look here and I don't see any signs of shrimp. I wish I had a spoon, but let's try to take a little slurp and see what the broth tastes like. It's definitely sour and spicy. I do taste a little bit of shrimp flavor. All right, let's try some of the noodle. The noodle definitely lost its texture. But to be honest, I've actually been to some pho places that kind of tasted like this. It's not horrible. It's not amazing. Let's try one of these little soy balls. It's like a little tofu had a poop and a little nugget came out. That's what it tastes like. But maybe if I had it sit for a little bit longer. If I was starving on a desert and all I had was instant pho and a kettle with boiling hot water, I'd eat this. Yeah, the flavor is definitely not that deep. It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. But for $1.25, I mean, yeah, it tastes like $1.25. All right, that's enough of that one. Let's try the beef flavored pho. So similar to the other one, the noodles, exactly the same. Some hydrated carrots this time, soya balls, green onion, no meat. They do a really good job of getting those flavor scents. Not the actual flavor so far, but the flavor scent in my nostrils, definitely there. It's confusing me, but maybe once I have the broth, it'll be less confusing. It makes you crave the real thing. It's like me telling myself tonight's the night where I'm gonna sleep early, but end up staying up way too late. It's doing its best, but it ain't that successful. Even though this was only $1.25, bang for your buck, this might actually be it. I gotta say though, I think the shrimp one has a better flavor because it's a little sour, a little spicy. Even though we added some chili seasoning to this, it's not spicy at all, and the depth of flavor definitely is not there. I actually just finished the whole beef one. Guess it ain't that bad. Okay, we have one more, the chicken, but this time we're gonna soup it up by adding some other ingredients that hopefully might trick our brains into thinking this is a real thing. For my fancy meal, I got a nice big bowl that we're gonna put the noodles inside, the vegetables, the chicken seasoning, and the chili sauce. And now instead of water, I've boiled some chicken broth. Let's add some basil, some bean sprouts. This pho does not look half bad, I do have to admit. In my mind, it's gonna taste delicious, but sometimes what we wish for isn't exactly what we get. Like being an adult, thinking that you're gonna have so much free time, when in fact, your life revolves around paying taxes until you... Let's taste some of the broth. The broth with the basil, with the chicken seasoning. This is so weird. It doesn't taste horrible. I need to show you guys. It doesn't look that bad, right? It doesn't look that bad. It looks like a bowl of pho. So I have to say, even though this was $1.25, we did have to pay for the basil, we did have to pay for the bean sprouts, and we did have to pay for the chicken broth. So it was definitely not $1.25. But let's see if it tastes like a little bit more than $1.25. I got a little bit of that basil giving me a little bit of that cinnamony, licoricey taste. A little more texture because of the bean sprout. It's not horrible. I think it's delicious. I think a little bit more salt and we have ourselves a winner here. Wow. So there you have it, folks. Pho made in different ways. Would I recommend Dollar Store Pho to you guys? For everyone that wants to try pho on a budget, try something new. If you hate it, you're only down $1.25. If you like it, this might hit the spot when you're getting that pho craving. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys enjoyed yourselves, don't be afraid to subscribe. 93% of people have not subscribed, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. This should not taste this good, to be honest.